That sense of place is what is important. Wherever you go in the world, wine is always traced back to the origin. And I think that's why the winemaker is almost like the messenger between the grapes in the vineyard and the wine in the glass. I'm Johan Malan, a winemaker at Simonsberg Estate. That's been in our family since 1942. We are situated on the foothills of the Simonsberg Mountain, which is generally regarded as one of the best terroirs for wine in South Africa. My father started farming here in 1953 when he took over the estate from his father-in-law. So in 1968 he started the Simonsig label, and that was quite an unusual thing to do at the time because there were only 4 other privately owned wine estates bottling their own wine in Stellenbosch. If you look at it nowadays, they're probably closer to 200. After he traveled to Europe and visited France, specifically Champagne, he got the idea to make something similar to Champagne in South Africa, and that's when the Kaapse Vonkel was born in 1971. In 2021 we celebrated 50 years of Kaapse Vonkel, and I think the category of Cap Classique is really doing exceptionally well. The Cape Independent Winemakers Guild was the original name, and that was founded in 1982. I was one of the very first new lot that were invited, so I'm not far off from being a member for 40 years. When the guild auction started, I tried a few vintages of Cabernet Reserve. Over time, it became the heirloom Shiraz. I've always used the guild auction as an opportunity to be creative. The wine that was on the auction last year was Chenin Blanc, made in a very revolutionary way, I think, by using carbonic maceration, almost the way they make Beaujolais Nouveau, not fermented on the skins, but in the skins. And I called it Didop Chenin Blanc. Chenin Blanc has always been one of our strong suits because the very first wine we released was a Simonsig Steen, and now we are 52 vintages later. It's been quite a journey to be involved with it for 40 vintages now. In our family business, you have a collective knowledge that accumulates over generations, over decades, and I think that's when you get to understand your terroir and your soil. But the winemaker is then responsible for maximizing the expression of that soil and the expression of that site. But in the end, you actually get to share it with your end consumer, and that to me is one of the greatest joys that you get out of making wine.